Good day, thinkers, thought leaders, progressives, and dreamers. I'm Craig TheWriter Stewart, and I'm inviting you to join my Patreon. Don't know what a Patreon is? It's my official video diary with only exclusive content that you won't see anyplace else. It's easy to join. Just visit patreon.com/Craig TheWriter Stewart. Here's what you'll find on my Patreon. A day in my life, whether that's dinner with friends or a typical workday. Live Q&As with members of my Patreon about each episode of the T.S. Madison Experience and what I was really thinking. I'll even bring you on vacation with me. The video will make you think that you were right there. And last but not least, for all of my aspiring writers, I give you firsthand, one-on-one, personalized attention, answering all of your questions about publishing and self-publishing. So what are you waiting for? Join now. Swipe up or visit www.patreon.com/Craig TheWriter Stewart. I'll see you soon. Oh, and one more thing. Don't forget to subscribe to my YouTube channel. That's youtube.com/Craig TheWriter. Do it now.
We're excited to announce the launch of an incredible new app we've created for our friend and client, Craig TheWriter. If you haven't heard of Craig, he's the brilliant host of the Fag Talk on YouTube. Definitely go check that out. So we're introducing his new app called Say It in a Card. This isn't just any card app. Say It in a Card offers a unique, heartfelt way to connect with your loved ones. You can send a personalized card, each featuring a special message penned by Craig himself. But wait, it gets better. Do you want to add your own personal touch? You can customize your message to make it truly one of a kind. So download the app now and make sure you support Craig and his team, and I'll see you at the next one.
Good day, thinkers, thought leaders, progressives, and dreamers. I'm Craig TheWriter Stewart, and this is So Much to Say YouTube TV. These are my thoughts, in my voice, on black shit, white shit, gay shit, and everything in between. Now, So Much to Say YouTube TV is the place that you come to learn and grow. So go ahead and hit the like button, the share button, and the subscribe button. And turn on that little bell so that you get a notification every single time that I go live or I upload something new. Now sit back, relax, and enjoy the show.
Punches you in the back of your ear. Like,
right.
Like really? Like, I want to support you, but I don't.
It doesn't bother me, child, because if you do half of the outfit, everybody got white. Just throw some white.
But that ain't the requirement.
It's red and white. It ain't just red. It's red and white. You throw some white suit on and throw you some red.
Let me tell y'all something. You invite me into a party. Don't tell me to wear no all purple or no all red. You better choose something that I already got in my fucking closet.
Child, some red lips, some red earrings.
Women can do it way better because
Angela ain't got no red. I said that to her the other day. She said, "Well, I ain't got no red," and I already knew that. You know what I'm saying? Like,
does she want to go?
No. I mean, she didn't ask. She didn't ask. I mean, you know.
You don't have any? Do you have any red in your closet?
I had a red camisole.
What
top. But I have a pink.
You got the red hat. You can get away with that hat.
Yes, the hat is the thing. The thing. That's the hat.
Let me see. Girl, let me hold it.
Lord have mercy. It just got to the edge.
Please don't put it on.
Honey, she definitely was Sister Smith. First Lady Smith, honey.
You just had to get it in.
Honey, that's what she was giving First Lady Smith.
Okay?
I know that's right.
You need it in South Carolina.
But girl, my thing is, like, when you gonna have these parties and you telling people that they gotta wear certain colors.
So then I thought, I have some pink stuff that has little red stuff in it. Well, honey, pink is from the family. You'll get that. It's a shade of red.
Everybody gonna have on their own shades of red.
Right. To make a good picture.
I can't believe, Craig, you don't have more red.
No.
You don't like red?
No, it's not that I don't like red, but I mean, it's not.
Look how you said that now.
It's not something. I think we all look good in it, but it's just not something that you just.
Well, I like red, so I buy red. Shirts, t-shirts to throw on. You know, I don't buy no red suit, but I got that red sport coat because it's Hilfiger, but it was on sale. But I don't just go out looking for red to buy.
Well, you know, I mean, my thing is, it's not that I don't like red, because I do like red. I think red looks nice on my complexion. Orange looks, I think, nice on my complexion. But I just don't see red when I go out. Now, I think I have a red t-shirt, but that's a t-shirt.
Well, that's mostly what I have.
Huh?
I got a red t-shirt.
Right. And so, like, I don't have, like, you know, stuff.
Now, red pants, I don't go with that. I don't like when I see certain people can get away with the red pants. I just bought my first pair of red Reeboks, and they're red, black, and white. I don't like red sneakers.
Well, I definitely ain't got no red motherfucking sneakers.
I almost had some, but
And I definitely ain't got no red shoes because I'm not from Detroit or St. Louis
Or Memphis.
Because
they wear that shit.
I'm from Detroit and I don't have any red shoes.
Well, I'm talking about, the
Buy
men.
more time.
Because the men in Detroit, St. Louis, Memphis, and St. Louis and Mississippi, they be damn near looking like pimps.
Because they will get a red suit and put some red shoes on.
And they'll get a yellow suit, and the orange suit, blue suit.
And the shoes have to match.
Long-sleeve red shirt, that's something look like the Mighty Clouds of Joy.
Looking like who?
Not the Mighty Clouds.
The Mighty Clouds of
What
Joy.
you know about the Mighty?
Okay?
That's a quartet.
Right. Good day, thinkers, thought leaders, progressives, and dreamers. Good morning. Where are my manners? Because I did not sleep with any of you last night. That's what my grandmother used to say. Did you sleep with me last night? Good morning to you, too. You didn't wake up next to me. Good day, thinkers, thought leaders, progressives, and dreamers. I'm Craig TheWriter Stewart. And this is
Watch it.
Freaking Frag. These are my thoughts in my voice on black shit, white shit, gay shit, and everything in between. We're en route to South Kakalaki. I haven't said that in years. We're on our way to Charleston, South Carolina. Ooh, I feel like a little bit of Cracker Barrel in my spirit, but we ain't got time to be stopping for that.
You got to sit down and take a nap.
Right, that's just too much. And I know y'all always say that they racist over there.
Down the street from me, they don't care. I mean, they don't care.
Well, they're owned by white racists.
Are they?
Yeah, they're owned by white corporations. They say that the owners are racist, and a lot of the staff that they hire are racist. But most of their servers and the people in the kitchen are black. Now the management staff.
Well, that ain't nothing new. Paula Dean had them blacks working in her kitchen. She looks horrid. Have you seen her lately?
I saw that picture that y'all posted. She's got diabetes.
Is that all?
That's what they say.
Because it looked like the sweep.
Don't do that.
It looked like the sweep that swept her up.
Diabetes can go one or two ways. What's her name just died from diabetes yesterday? Shelley Duvall.
Who is that?
From Cheers. She played Olive Oil in Popeye. The movie.
Oh, that was her name, Shelley Long.
Is it Shelley Long?
Shelley Long.
Yeah.
I'm like Shelley Duvall.
I mixed two names together. She was only 75 and she died from complications.
Well, she lived a long life. She was 75.
75 is young.
It is young, but she lived.
The point of the story was diabetes can go one or two ways.
Now, I don't want to leave at 75.
You don't want to leave it out, man.
I sure don't.
You want to be around catching the news. Child, this is 2029.
Okay? Still sitting there doing lives.
And 3100.
Talking about good day thinkers, thought leaders, progressives, and dreamers.
Oh my God.
I'm Craig TheWriter Stewart.
With a face lift so tight she can't sneeze.
These are my thoughts in my voice on black shit.
Ooh, that would be a mess.
White shit. Look, talking about y'all want to go on a cruise next year? I'm booking a cruise for the pen pals.
Oh, God.
Okay.
I'll be watching you from above because I do not want to be here.
Girl, who said you can be above?
I know I'm going to be above.
Girl, I think you be looking from down below. Like, hey. He can be like, hey.
You can think what you want to think.
I know that's right. Girl, we ain't got no snacks. We got water in this car. In Jesus.
I'm going to get some of your green apples.
I don't have no green apples. I had some. Yeah, with some pears in there.
Open that for me. Untwist that.
And I had some red apples in there.
I'm craving an apple.
You ain't got nothing else, girl. You're going to have a piece of fruit.
Girl, the whole container then came, the whole holder then came off.
Because I need to get my straw. I don't know why that's on there anyway. I don't really need that because that's making it tight.
Because they don't want you to burn your coochie on hot coffee.
But y'all, in Phoenix, I wouldn't get a car with leather seats because it's too hot.
Well, you definitely need tint on your windows out there. You know it's gonna be like 100 and some degrees in Vegas this week.
That means Phoenix is gonna be 120 something. Because Phoenix is always hotter.
We're on our way to Charleston, South Carolina. for the weekend.
Do you
And
eat crawfish? Do you eat
I
crawfish?
do. I eat
Jack, do you
crawfish.
eat 'em? I don't like the concept of sucking anything like that. Ugh.
Oh, yes, you do. I can think of at least one thing you enjoy sucking.
No, who told you
Wait a
that?
minute. That's how you learn to eat.
Yeah, the lady, I forgot what she said.
You learn how to eat crawfish from what?
Twist and suck.
Wait. Well, you do what?
What did she say? Twist. And the lady at the restaurant taught us how to eat bread.
She taught you how to eat them?
Yeah, she was telling us how to eat them. That was our first time. She was like, twist the head and suck the tail. That's what she
Oh,
said.
And that's how you learn how to do what?
Eat crawfish.
Oh, I thought you were telling me that's how you learn how to
He's so
suck.
nasty.
Yeah,
He's so nasty.
he is. Always
Now that's probably how he learned how to do it.
No, I'm not really proficient at that.
So what makes you think we are?
Now it's the other thing that I'm really good at.
Who told you that?
Oh, listen, the oohs and ahs and the moans.
So I haven't seen a recommendation.
You ain't.
Is it on Yelp?
No, this ain't gonna be on Yelp. This is only by referral. You are not gonna get this in the public spaces.
Probably on the bathroom wall.
You're not gonna get this in the public spaces.
For a good cunnilingus, call crack.
Cunnilingus.
Cunnilingus is that? But that's the
Not Connie.
Cunning.
Cunt, like cunt.
Cunt.
Cunnilingus.
Oh, child.
But that's for coochie. I don't know what they call it for the booty. For the coochie.
If they call it cunnilingus, I guess they call it bootylingus.
Maybe some. Toss and salad.
You know, the first time I found out what the word fellatio was reading a James Patterson book.
Really?
Because when I grew up, the teacher used to say, if you're reading a book and you don't understand what a word is, stop what you're doing, get that.
Oh, yes, indeed. Yes,
she said,
indeed.
just don't read through that without understanding what that word meant in context of the subject.
That's how I became a lexicon.
Is that how it's really?
That's how I became a lexicon,
I
a
think
linguist.
you had a secret affair with a teacher. You just didn't tell it. Did
Well,
you ever hit on one of your teachers?
No, but they definitely were interested in me.
Men and women or both?
Both.
Older or younger?
The same is true today. Men and women are interested.
Jack, we cannot with this job.
Well, my teachers were always older. Or you talking about? Yeah,
In college.
Even in college, yeah.
In high school too?
High school, yeah.
What about you, Jack? Did you ever have a teacher hit on you in high school?
No, I don't know if I recall.
Was there ever a teacher in high school that you actually looked at like, ooh, I wonder?
I ain't never had no teacher like that.
I did.
Now I've had barbers
That's different.
that I've looked at like, yeah, you could get it. If you swung this way.
What makes you think he don't?
Well, no, this guy didn't. He and my sister actually messed around.
What?
Mm-hmm. He was nice looking.
Him and Donnie?
Yeah.
He was much older than you?
Yeah. I'm sure like around her age, so I'm sure like 14, 15 years older. But yeah, he used to cut my hair. He was a really good guy though. And you know, like in terms of personable, I don't know what he was like in relationships. I'm just saying personable.
Mm-hmm.
And why that old man got student driver on the back of his car? Sir, how long has that
his
sticker?
grandson or
Sir, how long has that sticker been on there? But yeah, but he was a cool guy. He was nice looking too. I mean, he had like a little walk on him, and yeah, I definitely wanted to see him.
I saw a white man like that yesterday.
And that was really before I had never done anything with a guy. Thank you very much for this super chat. Let's see.
But had you thought about it?
I had started thinking about it. He was one of the first ones that I thought about. Like, ooh, I would definitely like to see him naked and like maybe touch him.
Was that the thought? It's not because you don't know what to do when you're at a certain age. You're not saying, "Oh, I want to get with him sexually or her sexually." It's more so,
right? Yeah, it's like I want to see you, touch you, feel it. You know what I mean? Stuff like that. But it was like I never had a thought of like actually having sex. Why are we behind this thing? Because I have a fear that that's going to detach and then hit us. Sir, you need to be over here anyway with all that motherfucking equipment that you towing. Girl, get in the middle lane or the slow lane. Why are you in the fast lane with all that cargo? Yeah, maybe touch it. You understand? So like it was like things like that.
What would you do if you went out on a date with someone and you went back to their house?
First Lady Smith, you awfully quiet.
Oh, I am sending some
She's so busy.
Oh, she's working. She's doing some admin work.
If you went out on a date with somebody, you came back to your apartment and you thought they were semi-attractive, or you were attracted to them, but you was trying to take things slowly, and y'all sitting there watching a movie or something, or having a conversation, and they go to the bathroom and come out the bathroom butt ass naked. What do you do?
Wait a minute, you at their house?
You at your house.
And
or their house, either one.
And this is the first date.
This is the first date.
First of all, ain't no first date coming in my house. See, I'm a different kind of girl.
Here she go.
I'm a different kind of girl.
Miss A. Baker, here she go.
I'm a different kind of girl. You're not coming to my house.
Okay, girl, 5 dates in.
Okay. Okay, so on the 5th date, you come into the house, and what happens? I go to the restroom, or
they go to the restroom, and y'all are having a good conversation, and they're just going to take a shot because they want to fuck, but they don't know how to sing. And they come out of the bathroom in their birthday suit. Do you cringe? Do you like, ooh? Do you giggle? Do you say, what the fuck are you doing? What do you do?
I mean, I think it depends on the circumstance. If it's somebody that I want to fuck, then I'm going to go ahead and give it to you.
With no conversation about...
That is the conversation.
No.
The things understood ain't got to be explained.
No, that's not understood.
When did you become so pure is what I'm trying to understand.
It's not that I'm so pure. It's just that...
Oh, I know you're not.
Oh, I am.
Oh, no, you're not.
Yes, I am.
I know you're putting on for the camera.
I don't have to put on for the children.
Listen.
Because there's no skeletons in my closet.
Oh, I know.
I've had my day.
Oh, I know. And that's why I'm wondering when you make that sharp turn to be so pure.
I'm looking at things differently now because you're taking it to the point you're assuming that I want to have sex with you. Even though I may want to, it hasn't been vocalized. So are you giving consent just because you come out the bathroom butt ass naked?
Well, here's the thing. If it's somebody that I'm not really, I mean, it just depends. Like, if I really like you, I may fuck you. And then, just continue on and whatever. But then if I'm not really feeling you, but you come out and you looking good,
you still gonna do.
I may fuck you, and then I just put you in a certain category where I'm not looking at you in that space of, oh, okay, well, I'm trying to build something.
Well, what if the sex is very good? Did you put them in that space?
You may be in the category where I'm gonna come back and fuck you some more, but I'm still not gonna look at you for building purposes.
Jack, what do you do?
What I do what?
Girl, she didn't hear that. She's working, honey.
What was the question? What I do?
Girl, you're on your 5th date. You go to their house, and they come to your house. Whatever. And they go in the bathroom, and they come out butt ass naked.
Right. If the package looks good.
See, do you see the difference?
What?
Why does the package matter?
Well, there's supposed to be some gratification out of it. I'm not going to do it for, like...
charity.
Yeah, it's not my city duty.
Well, you don't know what the package is going to do until you test it.
You said they come out butt ass naked, didn't you?
If they come out butt ass naked, and you said the package looks decent, they still don't mean they're going to have good sex, but you're going to go with it. Well, you may go with it if the package
looks
decent.
We'll play. We'll have a little foreplay and get to it. That'll tell us something.
Okay, so now, what you gonna do? What you gonna do, bitch? That's that line from You Can Play That Game. Right.
Somebody said that to me, and they said they try to check. Me personally, I may go with the side that Jack is going with, depending on what the package looks like and then I'm going to take a piece of yours and how I'm feeling that person. Even if I'm not attracted to them and they have a nice body, I may consider it. But I'll do what Craig did. I'm not gonna take them seriously after that, and our conversation after that's gonna be awkward.
Now my thing is this: you also got to be prepared,
and that may happen too. That's right.
You may not be ready to receive
and won't be doing anything
except sucking.
And I've had that situation where I'm not. That's not what we doing.
Oh, because if you suck, you want to fuck.
No, I'm just saying the whole thing. The person was trying to get hands in frisky. Child, I was bloated and full. I wasn't doing nothing. And somebody said, well, why do you prepare? You knew you was going out with somebody. That don't mean I'm going out to have with the intention.
Well, some of the children do prepare before they go to the club, just in case. You never did that?
No.
Some of the children will get prepared before they go out for the evening. So just in case.
They will be ready.
They'll be ready.
That explains why when I used to go to Lolo's, the children was in the bathroom having. Have you ever had that encounter?
No, honey, I've never done any of those things.
You never went to Lolo's, Loretta's?
Yeah, I've been there, but I've never had it.
No, I walked in the bathroom and they were in there going at it, and it was like, what the fuck is this?
I've walked in Loretta's,
Yeah.
yeah, down on Spring Street, but it turned into 708. But no, I've walked in and seen the girls sniffing coke.
No, I've never seen that. I
Yeah.
think I would rather watch them have sex than do drugs. So.
Well, it would be a lot more exciting to see.
Well,
Interesting.
oh,
Good take.
girl, I should have brought the microphone so they can hear Sister Speak. I keep wanting to say Sister Spears.
Yeah, y'all can stop with that, okay? Stop with that.
They keep saying they can't hear
I'm
Jack.
not loud enough. I'm not loud yet.
Because we know you can be loud.
It's early, honey.
Yeah, it's early, honey. She's tired. She's tired. Let me get a little cough drop so I can.
And she
I
had
want
no
a couple of
cocktails.
vitamins back here.
Girl, yeah, and she ain't had any cocktail.
She hasn't had any liquid
I
spirits.
don't have to have the cocktails.
Girl, did I see a flask?
You did. You're so nosy.
Girl,
Damn.
did I see a flask?
You did.
Bitch, you got an eagle eye. How you all back in
honey,
her bag?
honey, let me explain something to you.
Sure
I
did.
know what's going on that side of the highway going that way. Okay? Let me explain that to you.
That nosy.
Okay?
Jack, was the flask in your hand?
No, it was sitting on his counter.
Oh, okay.
I keep it in my car.
Girl, is it
Oh.
full?
Well, why would I be carrying an empty?
Girl, you probably drank it. I don't know. I don't
No,
do
I
flasks.
not drink anything out of it.
Just like I said, I don't do the drugs. I don't do flasks, so I wouldn't know.
There she go being all pious.
Yeah, she's a saint.
But she's a whore though.
I never said I was a saint.
The Pope.
Mhm.
It ain't none of them motherfucking saints. I don't care what they say.
I'm looking for it here.
Ricola.
Oh, that's their distribution center.
Hmm.
Lidl.
Oh, really? Oh, I never knew that.
Oh, 85, right?
So, no, this is 20. So that must be, this must be, what is this? This ain't Conyers, so is this,
still Conyers?
this ain't Covington?
No, we haven't gotten to Covington yet. This is the more rural part of Conyers.
Hey, everybody. Hello. How are y'all doing? Happy
Uh,
Friday.
Alicia talking about she has 2 flasks. Thank you,
Alicia
T.
had
too.
2.
Right.
Girl,
So
she
you got one
double
of the bracelet
fisted.
ones?
Girl, let me get the number for,
Betty Ford.
yes.
For Alicia.
Is that Alicia Wells?
Yes. Uh-oh.
Well, she comes prepared. In case one is dry, the other one is available. Jack, how often do you refill the flask?
Not often. Sometimes I forget I even have it.
My father used to have one of those. I used to think they were just so old, like an old man. Like, because I guess I saw it on Fred Sanford, Grady. Is that who used to have the flask? Or Woodrow. Somebody had a flask. And I always looked at that short and said, that's what old people do.
Well, you know, the folk do it now when they go to the club. Women have like bangles that they can
have
put
that.
alcohol in.
Oh, damn. See, I'm way behind time.
Girl, I know I did my best to try to keep you.
Girl, because those are things that I don't endeavor in, so it's not important.
But see, here's the thing. Like when we were talking about the crawfish thing, see, I had gotten taken off course. You know, he told me, I don't do the crawfish. Child, about a year and a half ago, you didn't do ahi Tuesday.
I never said that, Craig.
Yes, you did.
I did not.
Yes, you did.
I said I
Jack,
never tasted them.
Jack. Was he
what
not?
you asking Jack for?
Because
Fuck out of here.
Jack, wasn't he acting like he didn't want? I'm not. I don't want to try that.
I did not.
Jack, how was he acting when we first?
When Jack first cooked it, I tried it with no
Jack
problem.
has the floor. Jack, what was he doing? Right, and it's tuna. Jack. Give it all
I
of that.
said, Jack, I tried it, did I not? I don't recall giving it a review.
You ain't.
No, you had that stank. That
Right, it was definitely good because you and Gloria were giving very much something. I don't want.
Now crawfish, I'm not doing. Period. I don't like. They look like little roaches. I'm not doing.
They look like
you do look like big bugs.
they look like little lobsters to me.
Not
No,
to
they
me.
don't.
Roaches. Flying roaches. Big ones.
That's why I have to we done had a good stiff cocktail before I get into that.
Chow.
And what are you sucking? Their internals?
The tail, honey, the tail.
But that's all the stuff that's still in them because they cook. They're cooked whole, right? They're not cut up. They're cooked.
No, they're cooked whole. They're like little. Not out the creek. You've never had crawfish etouffee?
No, I don't. When they say it's crawfish, I do shrimp etouffee. The crawfish, I don't want it.
Look, Angela and I were at the gym yesterday, and she gonna say, so her party is next weekend, and so she said Khalil is gonna make Khalil is gonna make crawfish etouffee, and I was saying that thing like that's a little too heavy and hot for some damn etouffee, but I didn't want to say nothing because this ain't my party, and I don't want nobody to think I got that controlling spirit, so I didn't say anything. But I wanted to be like, girl, I don't have no heavy ass rice and sauce and shit.
Controlling spirit?
Yeah, I don't have that. That's your ministry. That's your ministry.
Baby, you are at the top of the list.
No.
That is your ministry.
No.
That's your undercover ministry, Craig.
No.
You do have a controlling spirit.
No.
What did you just say? You just corrected yourself and said, but I don't want nobody to think. Why would they think that if that's not your spirit?
Well, because if I had said, well, girl, why you having crawfish? If this man is saying he wants to cook crawfish etouffee for her party, that ain't got nothing to do with me. I'm just a guest. So I was like, and just like this party coming up here, like, I wanted to be like, why are you trying to make people wear red, girl? I'm about to stay home because I ain't got no red.
Why is that such an
But
issue?
it ain't my part because I ain't got no red in my closet. So it's like, I'm not.
I told that child put on some red shades. You ain't get a red shade?
No. And somebody else mentioned that. But won't you just wear some red shades? I ain't got none. So, but here's the thing. So I didn't say anything, but here go Angela. Well, Khalil said he wanted to make some crawfish etouffee. I said, what? Crawfish who? Crawfish who?
Everybody's not a linguist.
Etouffee. I wanted to be like, girl, it's etouffee. Stop. Switch your consonants. Look, switch your consonants. Let's move them around.
Well, you already know education no more than regenerating what you learned in the class and putting it on paper to pass an exam. That's all that is for most people. Not everybody, because some people, they study constantly. Right. But a lot of people get these degrees, and I'm not saying this about anybody specifically, that they just regurgitate what they've learned to pass a test.
Well, just like when, they used to say in school, like, don't be cramming. Because you're only retaining it long enough just to memorize it. Yep. But you don't really know it. You haven't really ingested it.
That's why when they introduced standardized testing, you couldn't study for standardized testing.
But I do think that there's something to be said about standardized testing. Because everybody doesn't test well.
They don't.
And then you didn't really factor in, especially when we were growing up, you didn't really factor in things like anxiety. Some people may get anxiety approaching a test.
And being timed.
I didn't have that, but I'm just saying that there are.
You never had an anxiety? Did you take the SAT?
I took the SAT, but I never got like tense, because I had a test, or you know what I mean. Where some people do.
I did get tense with the SAT because of the timing and the structure. Because I always felt as though that exam was geared toward Asians and white Americans because of the terminology that was used on the test.
Well, yeah. Well, let me say this first. It's just like with parents. Like, my theory with parents is, like, especially if you have more than one child, you have to love your children differently because every child needs something different. Yeah. And you have to teach them differently. Because every child It got hot. Turn y'all around this way. It had gotten hot, and
It happened to him in Vegas when he was.
it had gotten hot, daughter. But anyway, what I was saying was, every parent should have to understand, like, if you have more than one child, you know, they learn differently, and teachers have to understand that too. And I know there are teachers who do understand that, and it's really hard on the teacher, especially if you have 30 children, and 5 children learn this way, 15 learn this way. You know what I mean? So I just think it's really important to understand that, and that's why I think, like, the curriculum or curricula in this country needs to change. You know what I'm saying? Because, like, where that you learn in some extraordinary ways. You know what I mean? Other than just your basic adding and subtracting, telling time and shit like that. Because some children see things differently, like they learn things differently. You know, and if you're doing this across the board kind of thing. But this is the other thing I was gonna say. We were talking about kids learning,
Standardized testing.
Standardized testing. I don't know. It may come back to me. I may have said it, but yeah, I just think that there's just a difference in the way people learn. But we didn't
factor in anxiety.
We didn't factor in anxiety and things like that. Oh, that's what I was gonna say. So just like you were saying, like with the SAT and the ACT, what is this bitch doing?
She's no problem. That's why I keep a certain amount of distance from these girls. I don't get too close to them.
You know, like traditionally, Black and brown kids didn't do as well on SAT and ACT because of the language.
We did better on ACT.
Right. And so when you think about the language, like the vocabulary sections of like the ACT and stuff like that, it's like, girl, especially when you talk about how we're raised, a lot of Black parents, and I'm not saying all, but a lot of Black parents don't speak in whole language, especially when children are babies, when kids are babies. You know, hey, where you want your bye-bye? Yeah. What the fuck is a bye-bye? Do you want your bottle? Like, you need to speak in whole language, whole sentences. Do you want your binky? No. Do you want your pacifier? Like, you need to use whole language, and we didn't do that. And so even as they mature, when they're 8 years old, 10 years old, you need to be using words, like words.
And teaching your children at an early age when they're first learning to speak, to use the words. Use your words, because kids express their feelings and they'll act out, and people will say, well, give them this, but you're not making them use words to say, what do you want?
Right. And so then by the time they're 8, 10, and 12 and they get to the damn SAT, they don't know what the fuck ostensibly means because they ain't never seen it or heard it. Yeah. You know what I mean? And so, but the same is true when you're talking about TikTok and social media.
Yes.
Like, Black people, our vernacular is just different.
Yes.
And so, like, we get strikes or we get, you know, things like that on our TikTok or Instagram or Facebook or YouTube or whatever.
Because our put in jail.
Because our language is different. Okay. You know, and they have like these hot buttons and shit for words that we typically use in our everyday language. You know, and sadly, you know, that's the case. We might be ping-ponging on this from phone to phone, niece, because I think that this may go get hot too, because the sun is right behind y'all. Thank you very much. Did I hit 40,000 subscribers? I must have hit it on here since we've been on here. I didn't know that.
Oh, it is Fine Nigga Friday.
Thank you it's Fine Nigga and $5 Friday. I was gonna say thank you to the people who sent the Cash App and the Zelle, but I'm on this phone now, and that's where the Cash App is, so I can't even look at it to see it. But I do know that my girl Lamika Woodbury sent something through here this morning. Amen. Amen. But even in terms of but just think about in the next 5 to 10 years, like, these children don't even know how to tell time on a watch that has a second hand.
Because there's a girl that's on TikTok. She said, "I hate when old people say a quarter of." What does that mean?
Right.
And I'm like, girl.
Chad, you got some grown ass people that don't know what quarter after mean or quarter till.
And I said, how many quarters are in a dollar? It's 4. A clock is the same thing. You put it in 4 quarters.
Well, on the clock though, when you say quarter till, it's 15 minutes.
I know, but you look at it the same. I think that's how I learned it. I'm looking at it the same way.
I don't know how. I don't know how.
It is gonna work.
That might. I got a little something behind it now, but is that really blocking it?
It's coming. It's not coming directly on the back. It's coming at the top.
All right, we're gonna see how long that works, needs.
Give it a little shade.
Long as he don't hit this brake. Long as he don't hit the brake real hard, needs.
Jack, did you have a problem telling that time? That's how my grandmother taught me.
But you. Oh, you already in it? You don't want it? What's wrong with that one?
No, it's got a little crack in it. That one does better.
Go ahead, Jack.
I don't have problems sometimes. We had some kind of little tutorial, like little song or thing with a clock that taught us how to tell time.
Now, telling time wasn't a challenge for me, but counting money was. Girl, I could not pick it up. Honey, I know how to do it now, though. I know how to do it now. But baby, it was the coins. Yeah. The coins would throw me off. And I remember my cousin Danielle, she's like Gloria's daughter. Danielle is 2 years older than I am. And I hate to say this, but I'm gonna say it. I've always been a better student than Danielle, but honey, that thing knew how to count coins. And I was like, oh, I got to get this. She can't know this better than me. But
always been competitive.
She knew how to count change. And remember, wait a minute, where my people at? Do you remember when you were a kid and you learned how to count money and like they had the paper money?
And they would give it to you backwards, counted backwards from.
They had like the paper pennies. Mm-hmm. It was like cutout money. It was like paper pennies, paper nickels, paper quarters, and you would just sit there and try to count it out. And we used to try to practice with that.
Oh, okay.
And I could not. She was like, add this. Okay, a nickel. See, what the problem for me was connecting the dots between a nickel being 5 cents, a dime being 10.
Oh, okay.
You know, a quarter being 25. It was that for me. Okay. And so I knew what the penny was. A penny is 1. So it's like you just add 1. But when it was like, okay, well, what's a nickel? How much is a nickel again? I could not get that. But
and how old were you when you finally got it?
Oh, I was a kid. I can't remember. I don't remember how old I was. I was definitely in elementary school. It was something that we were doing in elementary school. But I wasn't connecting the dot that 5 cents is a nickel, 10 is a dime, like that.
It's funny you bring that up because when I went to Angela's school and I went to that 4th grade class to give them those tablets, she was teaching them how to do a budget. Craig, my mind was blown, and I told her I'm so grateful that you're doing that they were doing a trip to Disney World, and she gave them a budget of a certain amount of money. She said, "Now budget this trip," and it was fascinating to see what the kids, how their minds thought to say, "Well, parking is $15. Can we park on the street and say that $15 because I can get an ice cream cone?" And that's what some of their logic was. Well, why do we have to spend for that?
That is true, and they don't teach cursive anymore. They stopped doing that years ago. And my thing is, I don't understand why they would do that. Because, you still got to sign stuff. Like, there's certain, even...
DocuSign.
Yeah, even like with DocuSign, what, you going to print your name?
No, you just pick a font. You pick a signature.
But that's ridiculous. You should be able to know how to do that.
That's how they do it now. DocuSign, you pick a signature, the font you want, and you just...
Yeah, but that's ridiculous. But see, like, things like that, they need to keep in the school systems. And remember, I used to substitute teach before I started doing these lives and stuff. And even once I started doing lives, I was still kind of substitute teaching. And baby, when I tell you some of them pamphlets they would give me to pass out to the kids in school, it was shit that they were teaching when I was in school. Thank you for the super chat, Lisa. There was stuff like some of that shit they need to take out of the school system. Like, who gives a damn about the Mayan ruins and all that other bullshit? Like, who gives a fuck about that?
Their ancestors.
But who cares? Well, let them teach that. Like, why do we need to know about...
But think about what you're saying, and that's what's some of these people who are against critical thinking or African American history in Florida. Well, why do we need to talk about slavery? Why do we need to talk about civil rights?
That's different because that informs what's going on now.
That's because that's important to us.
No, but what I'm saying is, what the fuck we got to? Why are we still learning about the Roman Empire?
Because it's the system, a foundation of our system that we.
Child, good night. Ain't nobody gonna need that.
Okay.
Ain't nobody gonna need that. Ain't nobody gonna need that.
So what do you think they should be teaching?
What I just said, how to tell time,
That was a foundation.
how to count money, how to do a budget, how to write in cursive.
I do think finance needs to be taught early in school.
How to write a fucking envelope, because these kids don't even know how to fill out an envelope.
Child, an envelope can't even set up a letter. What do you mean?
That's what I'm saying. And that was the other thing, like because you got adults that still don't know how to do that. Where you put the return sender address up in this corner, and where you go sending it to down here. You got people that don't even know how to do that.
Sure don't.
Yeah. Or the proper punctuation when you're doing opening in a letter.
They need to be teaching how to balance your account. They need to teach about investing money and how it accrues over the years and stuff like that. How to pay a mortgage, how a mortgage,
interest rates.
Interest rates.
How does when I buy a car and I'm getting a loan for $5,000, why am I paying back $7,000? Why? What's my interest rate? How do I back into the interest rate to determine what was the rate based on what I paid back? And a lot of people don't understand that.
But the reason I'm saying don't skip cursive, because, girl, you don't need no whole semester to learn that. Girl, that's a day in class. That's a few days in class.
Right.
We used to learn that in the third grade?
Child, I don't know. It was early.
It was third grade.
Girl, it was given. Remember the paper? Remember the worksheets? And it had like lines, and you would write in. Yeah, it was a straight line that had the little dotted lines in the middle, and then it had a straight line, and you had to write within that grid.
Well, I always had an example so you can learn the flow of it.
Correct. They don't have that. They don't teach that. So if I had kids today, and if you have kids today and they're not teaching that, you need to order that over on Amazon or somewhere. Find those worksheets and teach your kids how to write in cursive and tell time. They need to know how to say quarter till, quarter after, 10 till, 10 after. Right. And how to fill out an envelope, even though people ain't doing this a lot, but they still need to know how to do it. Because you still get mail.
Yeah.
That's right. That's right. And like, even though most things are digital, but there's some things that are still not digital. Motor vehicle, for God's sakes. The damn DMV. Honey, Gladys just had to go in there yesterday or the other day to get a new ID. It's like, girl, you can't just do that online? I can't just do that online for you?
If it has expired, she can.
It hadn't expired.
Maryland, Georgia, we can do it online now. Well, if you got an updated picture, she's got the latest version, the real ID, then you can do it online. But if you don't have the real ID, you do have to go in and get the new real ID. As they're calling it, where they're putting the little hieroglyphics behind it, so it makes it harder for you to steal. Yeah.
Right. Right. Don't forget to sign up for Pay for Your Say, niece. www.payforyoursay.com. The promo code is Craig100. It is a wonderful way to make extra money. I filled out a screener the other day for gun owners. It pays $250. I hope they call me. Because I really would like to do that study.
I'm going to show you something so you can mention this.
I told them to go ahead and don't forget to download the Virgin Voice. Do a red light on the cruise. One night, make sure there's not anything where you're scantily clad, because they will send you back to your room, niece, if you come in there looking like a strumpet.
Explain what a strumpet is, please.
A whore. STRUMPETT, strumpet. Okay, don't come in there dressed like a strumpet.
A lady of the night.
Okay, because they will send you home. Let me get that's the connotative definition. Let me give you the denotative definition of strumpet. I said 2 T's. It's 1. Sorry. Um, a woman who has many casual sexual encounters or relationships. Don't come in there looking like a philanderer, because I don't want to single out just the ladies. Don't come in there looking like a philanderer. A man who has...
A man can be a strumpet too. I don't know why they said a woman, because a man does the same thing. Fuck out of here.
Is strumpet an insult? A strumpet is a woman who commits adultery and sleeps around a lot. It's an insult, although an old-fashioned one.
35 days.
Oh yeah, I told him the other night we're 37 days away, but now we're 35 days away from the cruise. Make sure you have your passport. Check your passport, niece, to make sure that it is not expired, even though you don't really need it on the cruise, but just in case. Yeah, mine came a couple weeks ago. Yeah, they sent the original one back too. I didn't think they did that. I thought they kept that.
Keep it, because if you have stamps on it, they give it back. You got the one like a Glory, the new one with the plastic on the back.
Make sure you book your flight to arrive in Miami or Fort Lauderdale, wherever you're gonna fly into, on the 15th. Check your flight. You check your ticket now, just in case you fucked up and booked it for next year of 2025. Check all of your things, niece.
There will be no refund.
Right, just in case you fucked up, you know, in your excitement, you may have booked for August of 2025. Confirm your flight with Spirit, Delta, Frontier, or whoever you're flying with to get down to Florida. You want to arrive on the 15th because the cruise is leaving, the ship is leaving on Friday morning, the 16th. Do not think that you're going to land on Friday and make it to the ship in time, because we will be waving to you from the deck. I will not be running to the front of the ship to ask the captain to stop the ship. I don't have that kind of power. Let me look. Right, they're not stopping these. Let me look and see. Make sure that you confirm your address with Legra. Keep your eyes open if you've booked the experience. Keep your eyes open from an email from Legra. She's going to confirm your your shipping address, because you will be receiving your swag bag soon. And if you want to bring those things with you on the cruise, you're welcome to do that.
Are we having any games or anything? I was thinking about giving something away, but I don't know what you're doing.
We're going to do a welcome dinner that first night on Thursday, the 15th, at the host hotel. This is for the people who have booked the experience. Even if you've booked the experience, but you're not staying at the host hotel because you may have points or something like that, and you're going to stay somewhere else, or you may be from Florida or you live in Florida and you don't want to spend the night at the Intercontinental, you can still come to the welcome dinner because you still paid for the experience, right? So we're going to do a welcome dinner that night, so we could always do some giveaways there.
I'm still thinking.
But yeah, so I just wanted to let you guys know that. Let me see, did we hit 40,000? Oh, yes, we have hit 40,000 subscribers over onto the YouTube. Amen. Thank you for being a friend. Oh, and it said 40,000 exactly. I wish I knew who the 40,000th person was. 40,000th. That's a hard word to say. It's right at 40,000 too. Exactly.
Can you look and see the last person that subscribed?
That's what I'm saying. I wish I could see that. I don't know if there's a way you can see that. There may be, but if there is, I don't know how to do it. Aaron told me it was me. Cut it out.
Aaron looking for something in return.
Shauna said it was her. Because of her, we hit 40,000 for the cruise. She loved to take credit. Yeah, so Stacy, she's staying at the Hilton because she has points and benefits. So she's going to stay at the Hilton, but she still can come for the experience, which is the dinner and the stuff that we're going to do on the cruise and stuff like that, because she still paid for the experience, right? But if you have any questions, you can definitely email Legra at info at Global Travelers. I think it's info.
see us. Don't give me the line.
Yes, info at globaltravelers with an S.com. They are so committed in these comments to tell me that I have a list. They really want me. They really want me to have a list. Several of them. Somebody just said I'm a new subscriber, and you do have a list. I'm like, girl, I don't have a list. I don't know why it comes through that way on the camera, but I'm sorry, I don't have
their
one.
internet has a delay.
I don't know, but he ain't got no list. And no offense to those of you who do,
but he ain't got no list.
But he ain't got one. He ain't got that. Now I don't know why it comes through on there like that, but I don't.
Well, maybe when they meet you in person, they'll see that you don't have.
Maybe you'll see that in person because I don't have a list. Thank you, Marcel. Marcel said it's the mic. Roommate Willie said no, he does not have a list. Antoinette said they need to clean their speaker area. Now, what we gonna eat? Because the kid is hungry. Girl, that's salt and pepper on the Ricolas. Not salt and pepper on the Ricolas.
So you carry salt and pepper in your bag, Jack?
Well, I'm gonna fill my thing back up with some water too.
We'll get off on the next episode.
She's talking about a little egg. I keep forgetting you do eat eggs. You do too, right?
I definitely do.
Okay, well, I'm the only one that's really healthy in the car.
Get the fuck out of here.
Girl, they injecting them eggs with all kinds of antibiotics.
They injecting your ass with antibiotics.
That's okay, because one day soon, I'm going to have a lake in the back of the house, and I'm going to have my own fish back there. And I'm going to have my own crops. I'm going to have somebody back there, harvesting vegetables and things. So all of them pesticides and things will not be in my food, and I will be here on the planet Earth until 125 years old.
Over there,
right.
I told you about the white lady that I had to get together.
What white lady?
At the village. She thought I worked for them.
Wait a minute. So there was a white lady over there that thought you worked. She works there?
She lives there.
She lives there. And so what'd she say?
I was sitting out doing the paperwork that I was doing, and so it was another lady, this woman, Dr. Lorraine, she's a black woman. She was talking to me.
Is that the lady? Excuse me. Is that the lady that drives the Benz?
Yes. So she was sitting out there, went to a parade, 4th of July parade or something. She was talking about how nice it was. She met her neighbors playing piano. So this battle axe walks up. The housekeeper had already told me that she asked her who uses bleach. And so the housekeeper was saying she can't tell who to use bleach. I said, well, I hope she don't ever come ask me about no bleach because I don't wash no fucking clothes here.
Right.
So I was sitting there, that was a week prior. I was sitting there, and she walked by. She looked in the laundry room. And I was looking at her, and she turned around and she says, "Are you the one that uses the Clorox?"
What?
Why do you use the Clorox?
She said it like that?
Yeah. She said, I've been here 10 years, and nobody else uses Clorox. She said, I had a $180 dress, and I came in here to put it in the machine. It just got ruined. Why do you have to use Clorox? So Ms. Loretta says, I take my clothes to the washing machine. So the white lady says, these machines are not like the ones that you have at home. You might think that. I said, well, I didn't give you permission to talk to me.
You said
What did you say? I said, I didn't give you permission to speak to me.
Okay.
I said, I don't work for Presbyterian Village. I'm an independent contractor. Go on back to your apartment.
That's what you said?
Yes, because that's that bitch. She does these decorations around there, like on their little pedestals. And she, they're cute. Silk flowers. It's really cute. So she had these beautiful peaches one day when you get on the elevator. And I said, oh, these, it was real farmhousey. Really cute.
Real Cracker Barrel.
Yeah. Well, the next day I went, the bitch had 2 cotton plants sticking in.
Ooh. She had 2 cotton plants.
2 cotton.
So what you think she was trying to send you niggers?
No, this was before.
You think she was sending you niggers a message? Is it anything off this exit?
Yes, because my peaches don't. Cotton don't grow on a peach tree. I said, this racist bitch.
I don't know what y'all.
Girl, I don't know what we're gonna eat off this exit.
Oh my God, today.
She done got delirious.
Oh.
I'm gonna switch y'all back to this other phone, okay? Just hold your mule.
Southern racism.
First of all, let's go back. I was gonna ask you.
You couldn't tell her.
But I'm just saying, why did the doctor even fit? Girl, you're not talking to me.
Loretta's new, but she said, Miss Loretta said when she first came, that same woman, she said she was in a dining room eating. She said that same woman came up to her and said, you're not supposed to pick that over there like that. You're supposed to go around here. You ain't supposed to do this. She said everything she was saying was like
a directive.
Like, nigga, why you here?
Yes.
Like, why you don't need to be down in the dining room. You need to eat in your room.
And then you got to remember, that white lady has been there for 10 years, like you just said.
And she thinks she owns it.
And
she does.
Not only that, when she was there 10 years ago, there probably were very few black people in there.
If any at all.
Felicia been there 25 years.
But I'm saying there probably was very few black people in there. It's probably more black people in there now.
Yeah. More workers. It's very few residents. And all the workers, they're very represented. What?
Girl, because you tell me
you don't know what we gonna get.
Girl, because I'm not really hungry.
So why we got
well, girl, you need to get something now because we're not stopping again.
You're not gonna tell me when I'm stopping because I'm driving.
She's trying to have us stopping every 2 miles. Girl, we'll never get to damn Charleston.
Says the girl who wants to leave.
The Waffle House is on the right over here.
Well, girl, what am I gonna eat in the Waffle House?
We can go to the Pizza Hut and get some vegetarian.
That's what I was thinking. Take me over to the Pizza Hut.
Yeah. Is it open?
Because, girl, it ain't nothing in this Zaxby's I can get.
You can get some fucking potatoes, bitch.
I don't want damn motherfucking potato.
Oh, they have shrimp now.
Do they?
Yeah.
Zaxby
has shrimp.
Girl, why did we Google like a Dunkin' Donut or something so I can get me a little piece of
Girl, this is on the way to Augusta. I don't know where the fuck y'all think y'all are.
Well, they ain't got no juice spot around here.
Oh, Lord. There he go.
This bitch thinks we's in New York.
I'd rather have a Pizza Hut. We can go get some.
Here she go.
They got shrimp.
Girl, what you gonna get out of Pizza Nut?
Some vegetables.
You didn't hear me. Pizza Nut.
I heard you. Girl, you couldn't say because they used to nut on the pizza.
Oh.
Girl.
I got shrimp in here.
I didn't say that.
Girl.
This one don't have it. In the city, they have shrimp.
I haven't seen it. What's that at the top? Chicken top.
Yeah, that's different. They don't have that.
Fried cheesecake bites.
Uh-huh.
That's why people overweight with cholesterol.
Yeah, they don't have it at this one.
The fuck is fried cheesecake bites?
Okay, girl, I guess you go into your Pizza Nut.
It's either that or scattered, covered, and smothered.
Well, I don't want no Waffle House because they cook all that shit on the same grill. Had me sick in the car.
Well, they gonna sub tuna. Oh, you don't need that because that tuna's not real.
Nah, I want.
Get old veggie out of there.
Where, Subway?
That tuna.
I could probably get a veggie sandwich, sir.
Okay, girl.
You don't want that though, Jack, right?
I do that, yeah, because their bread is decent.
Okay, well, I can do Subway. I can get me a little veggie sandwich.
Will that work for you, Eloise?
I'm fine. I told you.
You better get something for the road.
You're not gonna tell. We gotta stop and get gas, you dusty cunt.
You ate this morning?
Girl, we can get to the Charleston on this one tank.
You know what? I'm gonna pray for you. You done made me miss that. Subway right there, bitch.
Oh, it's connected to the gas station?
Yeah.
Is that a standalone Subway?
Y'all see how bougie he is?
Girl, that might not even have.
Short on vegetables, child.
Girl.
You might better go.
Girl, it's gonna smell like smell and taste like fuel.
Go here to this Pizza Hut.
Girl, it's gonna smell and taste like fuel, bitch. Girl. Girl.
When y'all shut up, I have a headache.
What they got at the Wendy's?
No fish.
They don't have no fish sandwich?
Oh, they do have fish sandwiches at Wendy's.
No, but I think it's over. That's only during Lent.
They don't have that as a permanent.
No.
Mm-mm.
We're
gonna have to eat some chips.
Let me take me to the Pizza Hut. Is this Pizza Hut right here? Let me just get me a veggie.
Why does it have to smell like gas? Because it's at the gas station.
Girl,
You see who going in there, and they ain't eating not one sandwich
Girl, that is-
for health reasons.
Girl, they traveling too. Look. And
Girl, they ain't travel far, honey, because I think that trailer park is probably right down the road.
Get out the car. The devil is a lie. You are not finna insult these
Girl,
people.
girl, look at the way she walking.
I know. That's how I feel.
This is not how we are, people. This is Shady
No, this
Boots.
is exactly how we
This
are.
is Shady Boots 1 and Shady Boots 2.
This is exactly how we are. No, I'm not having no cheese. I'm gonna tell them to take that cheese off my
Let's
They
go in this
always
pizza.
they controlling you, huh?
Right, they're all patrolling me, trying to monitor what I'm going to eat. I'm not gonna have no cheese, niece. I'm not gonna have any cheese.
Oh my God, Chris! Oh, is it the gas station?
That's like I was at this event one time, and this girl walked up to me. I was eating something. I was chewing something, and like most of the food trucks, were like meat, and so she assumed that I was eating meat. She said, "Hey, Craig,
I know you're not eating no meat.
I know you ain't eating no meat." I said, "Niece, this is a crab cake sandwich or whatever the hell it was." I'm like, "Girl, she watching the live trying to tell me what I'm supposed to eat."
Your business.
Oh, let me get my wallet. Unless Elliot is paying.
Huh?
Right. He heard what the hell I said. Girl, I can't believe I'm eating this the first thing on my stomach. I said I almost forgot my wallet. Dairy Queen ain't got near fish sandwich. They do? Well, let me get me a little personal pan in here, and then we can go over there and I can get me a fish sandwich. Because I know I'm going to be hungry again. Yeah, I could do the little fish sandwich from Dairy Queen. Oh, thank you. Thanks so much. Yes, thank you. You don't think we can get the Charleston on one tank? Girl, they got a salad bar in here. They some sad looking salads.
This is no longer
We, oh. Yes. I'm filming me. I'm not filming in the store. I want a veggie pizza.
We'll do this for carry out or
For carry out, yes. Like a personal something. But I want thick crust. Can you do it on a thick?
personal pan stick.
Okay. Do you have like a list of your toppings? Like your veggies? Thank you.
Yeah. What phone number do you want to put it under?
Uh,
All right, your name on one?
Craig.
Craig. Yes, sir. Whenever you're ready.
All right, I'm gonna do the personal one.
Yes, sir.
You want veggie too? Oh, well, she's on veggie too. So
What is
then,
it, small?
yeah. Or should we just do a?
It's like a lunch pizza. It's like this big. They'll fill you up.
It don't matter. Whatever you want.
All right, so yeah, I'm gonna do a personal. Let me. Oh, you do being a small pizza?
Yeah.
We have personal pans, medium and large.
Okay.
We don't have small. Sorry.
All right, we'll do personal pan. I'm gonna do a personal pan. Banana peppers. I'll do diced Roma tomatoes. No cheese though.
No cheese on
Yeah,
pizza?
no cheese for me. Pineapple, sliced jalapeno. You actually can put all of that on there. All of these veggies.
It's a lot of. I mean, individual ringing it up like that's gonna be expensive. It's hard to cook with all the.
Well, how many toppings do you get that come with it, or is it?
Like a supreme is like 5.
Okay, banana peppers.
Banana peppers, jalapenos, pineapple is what I have.
Okay, mushroom.
Mushrooms.
What is that for?
Yes, sir.
And then you can do onions.
Onion as well.
Yeah, and no cheese.
Are these gonna be separate? Or together? Separate.
Which you get?
I don't want to. This is the personal pan, right?
Yes, ma'am. We can do that.
Onion,
Yes, ma'am.
banana peppers.
I'm trying not to.
And that's wrong. I want you.
You had mushrooms, onions, banana peppers, and almonds, tomatoes.
That's enough.
All right. That's gonna be it.
You got some? That's it.
Just the 2 pizzas.
Yes.
I don't even want to
With total with tax and everything is $17.80. And your credit card. To ask you in just a second.
You don't
When
want
it comes up.
Elliot, I like the car, please. I'm gonna grab my water bottle. Sign that, Jack, please. Just press the button, it'll get it. I was about to let him have it. He talking about no filming here. Sir, I'm filming me. I'm not filming in here. Niece, y'all know I don't eat dairy. Every now and then I will cheat, but I don't eat dairy like that. So I don't need cheese on my pizza. But more importantly, you got your tomato sauce on there. So, I don't need any cheese. I eat my pizza. I mean, I don't eat pizza very often, but when I do, I don't use cheese. I don't need the cheese. I'm gonna get me some more ice water. I gotta get some more ice water. Hi. Oop. Hold on, niece. I gotta set y'all down so I can get this water. I don't need no cheese. That's why y'all ankles and stuff be hurting. That dairy is where all of the cancers and stuff are, niece. Ooh. I wish he would. You got up at 5 o'clock this morning?
No, I did not. My clock went off. I got it later.
'Cause I told Elliot if she come knocking at my door at 7 a.m., I'm gonna leave her right out there on that front porch. Right. Why is she here? Why is she here? Oh, okay. I'm telling you, your body will thank you for it.
We don't have house.
Excuse me, my cleaner lady is coming today, so that dirty clothes will not be there when I get back. Uh-huh. They talking about now they hungry.
Who they hungry?
Why they hungry?
Right. She got you. Hanging off the plate. And see that cheese and that dairy. That cheese and dairy and stuff is why y'all joints and stuff be aching. Eating that dairy. Girl, turmeric can't combat all that dairy and stuff y'all eating. What? With good reason.
What was it? They just do delivery.
Yes, and definitely watch your shoes. What happened? Those salads are a mess. No, I paid for mine and Jack's. It wasn't just mine. It was $17. She said $17 for a personal pan piece is a little crazy.
all and everything.
Right.
How they know what you pay?
They heard him say it. They said Elliot lost some weight. Yeah, child, he done lost a few pounds, girl. Girl, he wasn't feeling well. He wasn't feeling well last week, girl, so he couldn't get to that kitchen. Give him a month, honey. He'll be back.
I was just eating based on medication. That's what I'm still.
Did I take this off? I make sure I took this phone off of Do Not Disturb, so when the cleaning lady does get to the house, I can let her in. Right. What made you think of it? Him been standing right there? Jamaican. She's talking about I haven't had Mexican in a while. As three Mexican men are standing right there.
Depending how far. Oh yeah, Pasta Bella?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right there. Right there. Let them know, Lena. Is it Lena?
Yeah.
Let them know, Lena.
It's on East West Connect?
Yeah, it's
Oh, I know what you're talking about. I've never been there, but okay. Well, with them taking over the Greeks, it's going to be a lot of things.
Girl, how long it take for these personal pan pizzas?
They're cooking them fresh. They're tossing the dough and making fresh vegetables. Well, at least what she said $17, you go to the airport, you're going to pay about $17 for that first piece in the airport.
That's why I don't like to eat at the airport.
I got to be really strong.
Because they be trying to get you. They get you at the airport. I know one thing, I'm starving. But no, I did not.
I think my body is wired now. I have to. That's why everything is based on the time to take it.
Wait a minute. You've been up since yesterday.
This was 7 p.m.
The last time you ate was 7 p.m. yesterday? I've had these sunglasses since 2011 when I moved to California. I bought them in California when I lived there. Mm-hmm.
I need to get me something too. I'm just not comfortable wearing sunglasses.
Well, why don't you just get your glasses?
Thank you.
That was a waste of money.
Lena. What?
That tint bull crap when you get the tint done.
Child, that shit don't work. Those transitional lenses.
It doesn't really get dark, and then it's a waste of money.
Okay, well then get you some prescription sunglasses.
No, it's not that serious. I don't wear sunglasses like y'all.
Some could just get some prescription ones. Okay.
When I wore my
They're gonna
contacts,
be out there in Dominican Republic on that big old garden, sunglasses. But you wear caps though, so.
I've been on there before in the
That's
same
right.
spot.
You have. You should have.
With no sunglasses.
They said you look real slim.
Yeah.
Girl, so what was he looking before?
Exactly. What you trying to say?
Bloated? Portly?
A little
Stodgy?
brat.
Was he portly? Stodgy? What was the first word I said?
Fat.
Stuffed? Fluffy?
Y'all being sick for 2 weeks will get it. But I've been eating. I ate the whole time. I didn't starve myself. And drinking a lot of fluids. I ate a lot of water.
Somebody says Saks has a sale right now on sunglasses. Buy one, get one pair. Oh, girl. You know what?
I don't like Saks. It's overpriced.
I'm going to tell you one thing. Office.
Office price.
They are.
Mark it up and they probably give you a sale.
Yes.
Right, you got to know how to.
But you did my fine sunglasses, huh?
Girl, so does Target. I got a pair of sunglasses that I wear. They were $12 from Target. I got them.
Greg is a sunglass connoisseur. When he was in Vegas. I just don't. How do y'all know what brands to pick and all that?
Yeah, about the brands, like what you like, what looks good
On your face.
But it also is about the tint too, because you don't want to just have no tint on, and your eyes aren't being protected.
And they get scratches on the front of the glasses.
I got some cute sunglasses from Whole Foods one time. I don't know what I lost them. Yeah, somebody.
Those on your head, what are those?
Somebody gave me these. I think Parker got these. These might be from Forever 21. But I have some other ones in the bag.
But I've said before that I would love to have like a sunglass line,
Well, it's not too late. Let me just go on this.
like a sunglass line.
Yeah, you can do it.
And when you have a sunglass line, all you do is put your name on a pair of glasses. Because ain't nothing new about the glasses if you create a different frame. Really?
Excuse me. I would bring my style to the sunglasses.
Yeah,
It was in such a way.
I'm sorry.
like
Call a
frame.
frame. Is that your style?
No, I mean it would be a certain style sunglass. I would have different frames, different styles.
Again, frame. What else?
They would have a different fit. Do my sunglasses look like Jack's sunglasses?
No, yours are Ray-Ban. Yours are bigger. Hers are cat one.
Right, so I would have different shapes.
I just said style and size.
And it would be different colors, like tortoise frames. Like I. Really?
You got socks on with them chucks.
Yeah, I don't know why I put them on because I don't usually do that. I was
You
walking.
got them low cut.
Yeah, I was walking around in the house with.
I want some red. Now that's what I want. Some red chucks. Low top.
Really?
Some wedge what?
Some red chucks.
Oh, red
Low
chucks.
top with the, not the regular low top, but it's something called the side. It's kind of different.
You,
No, it's the way they cut.
Right.
It might be this one.
they
It's a different cut.
they got them on Converse.com, I'm sure. They always have some sort of a
I
promo.
got them in somebody's cart somewhere.
Yeah, why don't you go to where Craig gets his from? Because I'm
That
sorry.
Converse.com?
No.
No, there's a place downtown I go to too.
Mr. Allen. No.
Was it Walker's? What is it?
Yeah, Walter.
Walters. They still down there.
They sure are. Every time I go and get new chucks, I go down there. Cause they're only $50 down there. Everywhere else, they be $70 or $65.
64. There's 64 in Rack Road.
The 64, that's what they all Converse out of. 64.
Yeah, but see down there they $49.99.
They come in a little
For all colors.
I don't know. I only get the white ones.
Oh.
Yeah, they're constructions.
But it is about that.
Child. Aren't they taking forever?
But if you want,
Taking forever. I really feel like I want that fish sandwich.
Well, it's not over there. She's right. They don't. It's not over there.
check. They don't even have no fish nuggets or nothing.
Girl, who got fish nuggets?
White Castle.
Really?
Who eats White Castle?
When I go home.
I really wanted to be able to ease into my day. I would have liked to have had a juice.
Well, you should have made it for him.
I started to, but I was trying to pull myself together. I'm writing new cards to add to the website. Lena, have you downloaded the Say It in the Cards mobile app? Those are cute. They're $85 though. That's because they like two-tone though. Yeah.
It's not this.
Latasha, did you download the Say It in the Cards mobile app?
I
Antoinette.
got some white and black, but they're not chucks. I got them on Amazon.
I saw some gold. I got some gold ones in my cart. I got some gold ones in my cart.
I bought the other ones too.
Let me let me look up these Pizza Hut
That's them
reviews.
right here. They're no.
But you really need to know the Converse unless you look on the side of it.
I'm gonna look up the reviews for this place. Thank you, Latasha, for downloading the app. So let me get to these reviews. I'm gonna read some of these reviews when we get back in the car.
This is the one, the shoreline. See, it's
So we're the
Oh,
yeah.
they don't come in real.
we want the lowest ratings.
I don't know. I'm not seeing it. That's what I want, the shoreline.
Oh, the first review.
Oh, yeah, they come in pink and they come
She
in.
says, "Do waste your time," but I know she's trying to say don't. The food was dry. I asked why there was little to no sauce, and the manager said the pasta only got one scoop of sauce. Let me get in this car so I can read this.
Yes, pepper.
Oh yeah, Angela has those.
Well, see, this is my second time trying it. Well, that's they put that on pizza.
Right, I hit him for some vegetables.
I had the other.
Girl, what time did we order this
left
pizza?
out before, and it was in my baby so
Okay, where?
yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, thank you.
Thank y'all. I appreciate it. Nice to
You too. Thanks so much. You too. Go get us some napkins, girl. We'll be in the car with our greasy hands. All right, let me get to this car so I can read these reviews, niece, while I eat this pizza. Zaxby needs to have a little something else on their menu, though, other than chicken. Ugh. Hopefully Jack has some sanitizer in her purse. Let me plug you all back in. I need to figure out a way. Wait. Let me see if I can.
Because she's like, ooh, they real outgoing.
What happened?
I was telling Jack, that one behind the counter, she's very docile. You can tell she grew up around a bunch of white folks, but she was limited.
Oh, that black girl that was
You see how she's very, yes ma'am, sir, and girl, bye.
Killing out the running boards on these damn rental cars. They think everybody's 6 feet fucking tall.
Girl, they ain't gonna put no
Jack, you got sanitizer.
I do.
because you wouldn't.
Girl, this is like the medical grade.
He's so picky.
That's what you need.
So damn picky.
I'm excited about it.
This little Pizza Hut is jumping.
Child.
Girl, that's why all these people over here out of shape.
Well, they're coming for the buffet. I want the buffet.
Girl, let me get a couple bites of this pizza and then I'm gonna get into these reviews. Wait a minute. Wait. I told these motherfuckers no cheese.
Look at Jack.
Is this the one you ordered?
I thought the receipt was on the
Girl, that one's mine.
You sure?
I can see it.
No cheese.
What she got? I said I can see it. She's still looking.
I'm saying that since the paper was on the top and it said, but it's the whole receipt. They don't have no. I need a napkin. I need a nap.
Yeah, you do.
A whole nap.
Girl, one thing for sure, they definitely ain't put much tomato sauce on here.
You would have had to tell them.
You got to tell them to put tomato sauce on pizza?
That's what I'm saying about today. The people who work there they just not trying to do shit. Like, they don't even think about the jobs they're doing. Well, if the person ain't getting no cheese, don't you know you got to get the fucking sauce? You ain't got to be no cook to do that. That's just goddamn common sense. And get it with your napkin. The fuck I'm saving them for to take home?
Right. Father God, we thank you for the...
Pray to write you to death.
Right. Okay. And Gladys Christina, she'll be... I know that's right. Like, girl, what you know? Father God, thank you for the food we're about to receive. Let it be for the nurture of our bodies. In Jesus' name we pray, amen.
Amen. Thank you. I need it. I might snore, child.
You about to go to sleep?
I'm going to fall asleep. That's why I inhaled this work it.
Well, we know your ass ain't driving the leg. She's sleeping.
Oh, you want me to drive? I
Girl.
wake up.
No, girl, take a nap.
I'm sleep on the road now. You got too many peppers.
Girl, it's jalapeno.
Hold your arms up in the air.
Girl, I ain't gonna help with jalapeno.
Mm-mm.
That's for choking.
Well, what that jalapeno? What you do for that?
Drink some of this goddamn water. Now, he's talking about who gonna drive the second leg. Didn't you just say last night that this ain't nothing? This is like driving a
I
Bentley?
said 5 hours. That don't mean you gonna get off, bitch. You gonna do some
but
driving.
then drive.
No, bitch, because that's what's wrong with you now. Look at that. I ain't looking forward to the drive.
I got work to do.
You ain't doing shit.
I just launched a mobile app,
and it's working for itself.
and I got some cars to write.
Well, you can ride them behind this wheel.
And I need to concentrate.
Like somebody gonna be chauffeuring her doing days.
You wanna work for me? You wanna work for me?
Are we still on the line?
Yes, we are.
These people ain't got nothing to do with it.
Girl, they sitting at work.
Doing nothing.
The same thing you used to do when you was sitting at your job doing nothing.
Who?
Her.
Wow.
All on Facebook.
Nah, they ain't had a Facebook shit when I worked in corporate America.
You know, they did.
Who said they working in corporate America? A lot of children work from home.
That's right. They working right from the house.
That don't mean they're not in corporate America. They work from home.
Right, but they're not in the office.
Right.
So they working at the house. That's why the white folks trying to get them to come back into the office.
I think I would have to quit if they told me I had to come back into somebody's office. Girl, I quit.
I know.
The way I don't roll out of bed till 2 o'clock in the afternoon. But bitch, I'm working from the bed. You've seen me.
Rihanna said, I'm at work.
At home?
Sure, Rihanna.
And Jack, it ain't no different from when you used to get to work and take your ass to the break room, make coffee,
And walk and stop at everybody.
walk and talk and talk on top of everybody's desk.
Girl, what you got planned for the weekend?
Right. And then go sit down. Mind you, she done checked it. She done clocked in.
You walked around and talked for 40 minutes. Then she goes, oh, well, I got to be here.
Walking around holding court.
Now, when I worked down there, I would rush my ass in there. I didn't have to clock in, but I would rush in there
Mm-hmm.
and sit my stuff down, turn on my computer, and walk my ass back out to Peachtree Center to get some breakfast.
That's a mess.
Sure did.
I used to do that kind of carrying on too.
Tell you barely wanted to go to work.
I sure did. But see, I knew the spirit had told me there was something else for me to do. I wasn't supposed to be there. But you know, ironically though, several jobs that I worked at, there was, and I believe that this was just like the spirit working through people. At my substitute teaching job, because I mostly went to the same high school.
Mm-hmm.
So I kind of had a slight rapport with some of the other teachers or faculty. Somebody there, when I was a host at a restaurant, when I worked at IBM, when I worked at AT&T, there was always somebody there who said, "You aren't supposed to be here."
Oh.
And I don't really tell this story. It was always somebody that said, "You're not supposed to be here. You're supposed to be doing something else." And they always would say, "You're supposed to be in entertainment. You're supposed to be doing," like they were. But see, at that time, there was no Facebook Live, none of that stuff. I just had my dream of writing music, writing greeting cards, getting to play on the road. And they didn't know any of this stuff.
How did you receive that when people say that to you? You was like, where am I supposed to be?
No, I knew exactly what they meant, but I didn't say it to them.
Okay.
Because I've always known something. My mother and I were talking about this not long ago. She and I were talking about this about 3 weeks ago. And she said to me, you know, she said, I was thinking the other day, why did God choose me and your dad to be your parents?
Good question.
She said, I wonder why.
Because they can handle your selfish ass. Child, you've been selfish since you was a baby when you hit your daddy with that bottle because he didn't get you that milk quick enough. That was funny. I said, but
My
that
mother should have
child
never
is
told you
always,
that story.
that child, you still that same person. I was a patient child. And I'm still patient.
Now, I know that's some
To a
bullshit.
fault.
I know damn well that's a lie.
Amen, corn in the bag.
Indeed.
But my mother said, I wonder why. And they've both told me stories separately of friends of theirs that they had that would say, hey, you want to do something? Like one of the guys, it was some friend of theirs. I was a baby crawling on the floor. And he was just like looking at me. And my mother said, he just said out of nowhere, a lot of people gotta know his name. And she was like, why you say that? He said, I don't know, it's just a feeling. My dad has told me a similar story as well.
Think about the parents who, when their kids do become that, and they look at themselves and say, what did I do different for that child than my other child? And it's just that it's meant to be for that child.
I think so, right. Yeah. And I think that God calls us all to do different things.
Yes.
And I think that, you know what I mean? Like, for example, I was raised in the same house with my sister and my brother. And I've said this before, there's a fine line between what a parent wants for their child and what that child wants for themselves. So I don't care how much you pour into your children, they have to want it too. They have to be ready to take that baton from you and run that race. Like you can pass that baton to them, but they can fumble it. They can drop it, just like in a relay. Or they can take that bitch and run with it. And I just think that is the kind of the case with my siblings. You know what I mean?
I think that's what all siblings, like you said, every parent every child requires something different.
Yeah.
Because every child has different goals and aspirations. Some of them don't have no goals and aspirations. They be like, I'm just here.
But there was but when people would say that to me over the years, like I was just telling you guys a story the other day about my friend Tara. They came to the show the other day. And I just remembered this story. It came out of nowhere. I just remembered this story where one day she reached out to me and was like, hey, I want to sew into your business. And she gave me a check for like $500.
And who is that? I don't know who I do.
You know, you haven't met Tara. And I was so blown away. And so when that memory came to me the other day, I sent her a text and I said, I don't even know if you remember this. Because this had to be like 6 years ago. I said, but you gave me this check for $500, da, da, da. And I started crying when I was typing her the message. Because I'm like, there are so many people, and I have been very vocal about this. And I've even written it in like the acknowledgments. I know a lot of people don't read the acknowledgments in the book. But like, there have been so many people that prop me up. Oh my God, my tears. That almost broke me down.
They prop you up, or they were right there when you didn't even think. When you think you're falling, God made sure somebody was always there to catch you. And you're like, why me? I've had those moments like, I could have been somewhere else. And it just happened when it was supposed to happen.
Yeah. And so like there were so many moments and there were so many people that really held me up. And in those moments when you're going through that stuff, you can't necessarily feel it. You know what I'm saying? Because you feel so isolated, you feel so alone, and you feel so misunderstood. But like I always knew things would work out. I just didn't know how long it would take. And I didn't know if I had the capacity to keep going. And so there were so many moments where I would just be so isolated and so to myself. Even though like when I'd be around people, I would be, you know, I felt do a job, and even like friends of my mom's, like one of my mom's one of my mom's friends was like, "Girl, do you feel like you wasted your money sending him to college? Because like you still helping him." You know what I mean? And but I don't know. There were just so many people that helped me up. And so, like I said, like I write about it in the even Dr. Thaddeus, the one that comes to the house with the shoes and making, like, when I met him, we just became fast friends. I met him when I was back in Baltimore, like during that period when I moved back home. And and when I was about to put my second book out, things were still really tight. You know, even though I was writing that second book and putting it out, things were still really tight. And he and I had gone out for happy hour one day. And he would always pay every time we go. And that's why when I invite him to stuff now, I have to get to that bill first, because he'll just pay. But he would just take care of the bill. And I'll never forget, one day we were hanging out, and the guy who designed the cover of the second book, and those of you who are new, on that second book, that's actually me. That's my feet. And I took that picture. I had that picture taken over at Atlantic Station. And so, I don't know. And so, and so the guy who designed who did the design for the second book, he called me while Thaddeus and I were out. And he said, "Hey, I actually got some time if you want to go ahead and shoot this cover." And I was like, "Okay." And I guess Thaddeus picked up on my reticence. And he said, "Well, how much is the cover?" And I was like, "It's $200. And he's like, "Okay, come on, let's just go to the bank. I'll give you the money." Like, Thaddeus paid for the cover of that second book. And so either in that book or the next book, I got him in the acknowledgments. I think it was in Book of Jewels that I put him in the acknowledgments. It's either in Book of Jewels or the second one thing for certain. But there were always people who were kind of like propping me up and holding me up. But like when you're going through the stuff, you feel like you're by yourself. And you know, as I'm saying this, it kind of reminds me of that passage, Footprints, where it says those moments where I felt like I was alone, but it was really those times where God was carrying you. And there were so many moments where my friends were really carrying me through different stages. And I really feel like those were moments that God or the universe were interceding through my friends. Like for Angela to say, "Oh, you can come stay with me," or for you to say, "Oh, you can come stay with me," or, you know, for Thaddeus to say, "Well, let me pay for the book," or for Tara to say, "Here's this check for $500. And when she gave me that money, like I took that and turned it around. So anyway, the other day when I messaged her, I went to send her the $500. I sent that to her. I really appreciate you doing that. And so I sent it to her. She rejected it. She said, no. She said, "No, friend, that was a gift." She said, "And please respect my decision. I will not accept that back." She said, I've been blessed tenfold because of how I sow into people's lives."
That's what I said.
And so she wouldn't take it back. And so it encourages me to give to other people, to do for other people the way that people did for me.
Girl, we still waiting on our trip for Cancun. Where was we going? Where were we supposed to go? Let me call Scott. He remembers. Where we supposed to be taking us? can't recall.
Somewhat fabulous, right?
I don't remember saying that it was gonna be no Dominican Republic.
Somewhere. Or was it Hawaii? I don't recall.
But I do remember saying when I really made it.
No. That is not what you say.
What show?
Did you and Derek J was just.
Oh, well, that ain't happening.
But there's another. It's taking off. Girl, let's go.
I never said Answers to Jackie was for dogs.
I'm about to call Scott and say, this bitch ain't paid. He ain't came through yet, Scott.
Some woman talking about her poodle's dog hair fell out. Well, who all went? Me, you, Scott, Jack, and Elliot? I mean, me, you, Scott, Jack, and Ryan?
Yeah, it was just us.
So it's 5 of us?
Damon would be 6 for child.
Oh, so you want to kick Damon out?
Well, that's on your call. It's on your dime.
Girl, I guess we can go down to Florida or something.
Oh, Jesus.
Girl, I guess we can caravan down
I
to
can hear
Florida.
Scott down Florida. Oh, my goodness. Help Jesus.
Amen. God bless you, Lena. But yeah, so I don't know. I just have these moments where this stuff just kind of comes to me. I just think about it. But I also think about it in the context of how to help other people. You know what I'm saying? Like other people who may be struggling, you know, with their dream. I don't mean just, you know, paying people's bills. I mean, like, you know what I mean? Like somebody pursuing something and, you know.
Well, I'm pursuing retirement. What about you, Jack? What are you pursuing?
She got what?
She said 4 things and she drifted off like she was in a coma. I don't know.
Like I said, what?
A coma.
Lord.
Well, I got 4 things. And I don't know what else she
in
said.
the hopper, honey, in the hopper.
That you're pursuing?
Well, you know, that's still in, honey. It's not going nowhere.
No, I didn't know Elliot at that time. I think it's Dontre.
That's the biggest one. And then the babies are under it.
Okay. The babies.
Yeah, you know, animals.
Right.
Expansion, should I say. But I still want to write this cookbook. I'm starting working.
Well, girl, what's the
I'm
hold
working
up?
on it, honey. I've been writing.
Girl, all the stuff you taught me in Craig, that's the book there, shit.
But it's just not that kind of cookbook. It's actually a recipe book, but it's not stories.
Oh, stories behind it.
Sexual stories.
Girl,
Oh, Maggie, that's you under that profile.
did you say sexual stories? What is this gonna be, a late night cookbook?
Oh, this is an erotic recipe book.
So, so little Susan May can be making sex beast pancakes. Is that what you're saying?
Ooh. All right, let me say thank you to my people who sent the cash app, and then we're going to get into these restaurant reviews. Okay? Dash King. There's a guy named Rylan who does Paid for Your Stay full time. And he's been doing it a while for full time. There's a couple people that do it, but he's the person whose name comes right to mind. I don't know. I guess it's reliable full time if you get in there and you're doing it consistently. If you hustling. Like I said, he definitely does it full time. Thank you, Nicole Hawkins, for the cash app. Gary Parker for Fine Nigga Friday. Let me see.
Jose Robles saying that?
Barbara, my girl Barbara Hyman, down in Florida. Yolanda, Ramia, Jennifer Marks, behind her smile. She said, because you're awesome. You are too. Thank you. Mioka, Jennifer Griffin, Cheryl, Kim Adair, Brandon Fowler, Jose Roble,
Here we go.
and of course I sent my girl Lamika Woodbury. Then let's get into some of these restaurant reviews, okay? For the Pizza Hut
Wait a
that we
minute,
just
before you
left.
give the review, what did you think of it? Before you read somebody
Girl,
else?
they ain't have no motherfucking sauce on there.
Jack.
Mine was a little vanilla. Like you could have had a little more toppings.
So Dawn said, Dash King, Dawn said, I've received over $1,000 from Paid for Your Safe Studies just these last 2 months. So that's about $500 extra a month. I don't know if that's enough to leave your full-time job, but I don't know how much time she's put in. That's a lot of money. But maybe you know, if you're doing more than she's doing. But like I said, Rylan, he's in my So Much to Say Facebook group. So if you're not in there, you may want to go in there and message him and, you know, kind of get his opinion about it. Okay, so Shanae says, do waste your time. The food was dry. I asked why there was little to no sauce, and the manager said the pasta only got 1 scoop of sauce. A whole pasta dish and you get 1 scoop of sauce. So then she goes on to say, I asked for extra, and he said, there is no option in the computer to allow extra sauce.
That's the same man who just did John.
I know that's who that was.
That sounded like him.
This was about the dumbest excuse I've ever heard. The heating device that keeps the food warm until pickup dries out the food, but does not guarantee freshness. I took it back for a remake or refund. There is no remake, but I had to fill out a form and corporate will send me a check. Thank you, D Moore, for the Cash App. There is no remake, but I had to fill out a form and corporate will send me a check in the mail because I paid with cash. The manager was very rude and at the lady, what? I think she's trying to say and yelled. I don't know what the fuck she's trying to say here. The manager was very rude and at the lady, at the cashier.
Yelled.
Yeah, I will never eat here again. Girl, don't ever write a review again.
Well, let's go back. She said, and when people prepare things in the kitchen, I was an expediter where they're supposed to put the food up to make sure it's ready to go out. The heating lamps do dry out the food.
You were an expediter where?
At a restaurant.
Which restaurant was this?
Child, that was in Memphis years ago when I was in high school.
Oh, it was a local place.
Yeah. And when she said the food was dried out, read that part again. I'm like, this is Pizza Hut. Where did she think
the heating device that keeps the food warm until pickup dries out the food but does not guarantee freshness.
That right there. It's Pizza Hut. How long is the food gonna stay fresh when you go to certain places like Pizza Hut? Why are you ordering pasta?
Well, my question is, how soon in advance did you order the food? That the food dried out. Like when you called your order, and you should have been on your broomstick on your way to the Pizza Hut. What, you were getting in the shower?
I think people need to understand when you go to certain restaurants, order what they specialize in. Pasta is not it. That's some shit that they throw in the microwave.
She should have gone to the Olive Garden.
Next review.
Or Maggiano's.
Somewhere where the pasta is at least part of what they do.
Carrabba's.
Hell.
All right, here we go. B Mac. This was 2 months ago. Oh, he said I stopped. I stopped in for the advertised buffet. Do you remember when KFC had a buffet?
Mm-hmm.
Y'all remember when KFC had a buffet?
Yeah.
While I stood at an empty buffet for 25 minutes. Well, B-Mac, you're a fool for standing at the buffet for 25 minutes. Okay?
You got a picture of the buffet?
He doesn't have a picture.
No, when you was the one.
Oh, I videoed it so they saw it. I watched as at least 15 pizzas were boxed up and then placed into the hot box for a future pickup. No new pizzas were put out while I was there. I asked for and received a refund. The management is completely incompetent. Samantha. The manager is, all capital letters, very rude and lazy, 2 exclamation points. He thinks because his name is on the door, he can speak to customers anyway, exclamation point. The restaurant smells The bathrooms are disgusting. And his customer service is capital letters, trash. I don't know how or why he is the manager, but do yourself a favor and don't waste your money here. I left without items I paid for, and he raised his voice at me because he didn't want to work. Standing around twiddling his thumbs while everyone else is working, and has the nerve to have an attitude with paying customers. I'm sorry you chose to work at Pizza Hut, but don't take it out on the customers who keep the doors open because you're miserable with life. She served him. Hold on.
But it is small town, Hickville, Georgia.
Child. I don't even know what town that was. All right, so the next review says, lunch buffet had very limited options. Nothing with chicken on the bar at all. They have chicken and
they have, again, frozen food that they throw in the hot fryer or the deep fryer. That's not their specialty.
They have chicken at Pizza Hut.
They have chicken nuggets and hot wings. They do.
Oh yeah, they do have those wings. Utensils to grab food were nasty. No sanitizer anywhere in the store. Had to wait on cheese pizza twice. It's never caught up with demand. Had to pay for Parmesan and red pepper. It's just not worth the time. First of all, if you saw that it was poorly sanitized in the place.
Why did you continue to eat? And that's not true about why did she pay for Parmesan and red pepper when it's on the table?
Right.
In the shake.
You could just went over there and shook some on you.
Okay.
All right, so this next person, this was 2 weeks ago, waited an hour for the food. Well, we waited about 20 minutes.
Sure did.
Waited an hour for the food. They never put the order in when I arrived to pick it up. Pizza is cold and overcooked. There is dirt everywhere. Don't look at the air vent where the food sits. It is black. Yolanda Walker wrote this a month ago. She wrote it in all bold letters. Messed up my order. Nasty attitude and poor customer service. Very rude. She got about 6 exclamation points down here. Leslie says, if you're looking for cardboard pizza, this is your place. Very disappointed. She wrote her message in bold as well. Mika wrote her, and she has a picture. Mika wrote hers in bold as well. It's lunchtime and there are 2 pizzas out.
Yep.
1 veggie, 1 cheese. The manager is rude. Here's the buffet.
That picture that she had is accurate because that's what we just saw.
That's the buffet.
And as you notice, the crowd picked up after we've been there for 10 minutes because the lunch crowd is coming in.
Right.
They were literally taking their time because the whole point is for you to pay for this buffet, but we don't want to feed you as much as we can. We want you to eat as less.
We don't want to
possible.
feed you as much as you can eat.
Yeah, we're gonna spoon feed it. We're gonna do a little bit of
just like some of these little restaurants where they be having bottomless mimosas or bottomless crab, unlimited crab legs and shit, and they bring you two clusters at a time, and then it's 25 minutes between every time they bring them out. All right, so Kevin says pizza was good, but it was nasty. Old food all over the place, all over the floor. Grease on the drink cups.
How is that? That's a contradiction. Pizza was good, but it was nasty.
He's talking about the restaurant is
Okay.
nasty. So I don't know if you can see the food on the floor. Destiny says, very disappointed about this Pizza Hut. If I could leave no stars, I would. Just 2 months ago, it was delicious. And the last 3 times, it's been disgusting. So you went 3 times?
Well, she said the first time it was delicious.
But then you went 3 times that it was disgusting. So the first time wasn't enough.
Maybe
The second time wasn't enough.
Shoot.
You wanted to try it one more time?
She's waging her bets. Probably.
We got our pizza tonight and it's all undercooked. We will not be back here. Shannon, make sure you watch out for what they charge you. Ordered online but didn't pay online because it was charging me for extra items that I hadn't ordered. When the manager came out, she said that the online ordering is done by a different company and they are privately owned. I asked her what the logo said on the order online site. Pizza Hut. What address comes up when I put Greensboro, Georgia. So that's where we were.
Okay.
In there. It's their store, but she spelled there, T-H-E-R-E.
That's true. What's the name does that? Outback. A lot of them do that where you call in your order. It's going to a company that takes it and you pay them. You're not talking directly to the people there.
So I told her they need to decide if they are going to use that site and honor what is on there, or they shouldn't. You can't have it both ways. She was frustrated with me and I with her. I won't go back if I can't put an order in and know that they are going to give me the